Yes.
So this got the previous one?
Yeah. There's a new link to the chat.
Rich, is this chat, this isn't a public thing, right? Like, if it's just for you and UCSD, or is this for everyone?
Look.
Can I join the chat from my Gmail account?
No, you can't. You can join the YouTube. You check the list. I'm going to spend like an instrument for 5 seconds. And then
What's the link to it?
It's in the chat. You have it right here. It's the best question.
Rich, can I post it on Facebook?
Oh, yeah, the What?
Did you post it on the event page?
I think Anthony's doing that right now.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the link to the live stream, the concert. Oh,
Do you think this is okay, or should I take this off?
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. This is only for now. I'll take it down. This is something bad. Let's see if
from people's Facebook, on your screen. You know, who's on Facebook?
UCSD?
I can't remember the thing. Wait, yeah, you got your head. There's no way I'm looking at this. We're going to do that over and over again. Just playing.
What do you think you're making? That's all I've been trying to do. Huh? Hey. Hey.
It's been streamed.
Yeah, that's a drink thing. I won't say anything offensive.
So then it's restart.
Okay, let's see how it's back. What? I don't know what's gonna happen when you open the doors. There's so many people out there. It's gonna be crazy in here.
Yeah.
We won't have enough seats for everybody.
Okay. Are you guys gonna record it?
I mean, we're kind of recording with that mic. We don't, so.
Do you not wanna risk using the computer to do it?
Yeah, I think that was the decision. I mean, I think they're recording in San Diego as well. So between everything, like the cameras.
Canons tend to have, I mean, it's not professional, but really good built-in mics.
Yeah.
Really good built-in mics.
Yeah, last time we recorded, it wasn't, the camera was almost equal to that mic.
Yeah.
Canons, I actually want to use it, I don't know, whenever I'm getting a little Canon HD, because they pay attention to their mics. They have really good. They're better than Zooms. I think.
But then it's almost 8.
What?
Yeah.
Even if that is like.
Well, I'm ready to start.
I keep putting join me on like every device I have just to make sure that it's like sharing. So just
Take that.
Yeah, Google Plus via YouTube. They have at least 5 people.
Do you want to have that image up there? What's the orange?
Oh,
They got a stream out of it.
I don't know, what do you like?
They got a stream out of it. Send it to you.
well,
Yeah.
getting rid of it.
On the first piece, there's
I like something.
nothing there.
It's not what it says. I mean, the only way you're in that time is.
Oh, I see. You feel like
It's my second.
it's your
Some
second.
people that do that.
Did you really go to school?
That's the way to get rid of it.
I said.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just get a piece of paper here. Just
oh,
a piece of paper, just throw it away.
oh, I have like cases
I'll use tape. I'll do it.
Just have to remember to think about.
Why is the projector not working? We're all like running around. And then like it's tape done. That would be so classic. That would be so good. I'm totally capable of that. That's the kind of thing I do.
Oh, just so you know, everything's been streamed.
Oh, really? Okay, great. I hope somebody shows up in person. But at least we know that.
We haven't.
Are we open?
Hey there, yeah, come on in.
Oh, great.
At least we know that your family's in Australia or what. Welcome.
No, that's their dad's dad. So they kind of talk.
So Anna, this would be for the other moments too, when there's nothing on. Just take it back on.
Oh, you should look because the image was right.
And we need it for one for Richard,
This form.
Oh, Richard's is right after. So then we turn.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean.
I mean Jordan's and yours. No?
And this is the most.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. With all the Mac stuff. Yeah.
But let's change the color.
No, let's change it now. That'd be a good thing to do. Okay, that'll work. Why is this tripod? Oh, this is Molly. Great. Sit back Hey, Young, how are you? Good to see you. It's nice of you to come. Saturday, what happened Saturday? Oh, yeah, the opening, it was great. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was cool.
Was that last Saturday?
Yes, my life is such a blur right now. I can't even remember what day it is. Every day is like,
This coming Saturday, and I was like,
oh, no, sorry, yeah, the
man,
opening in our house was on
that's
Saturday. I mean, you can make an appointment and come see the art.
Okay, I
Just
will.
email Mariana.
I will.
It's a by appointment museum.
Makes sense.
Chris, I think.
I got it. And I thought, okay, that was the one. So I gave it to her.
Did they give one for the same thing? Who got it? Really?
Hi, Mom.
They weren't able to give. Oh.
And I copied all of it. And they were and so I went to the race. Well, I mean, I also looked at my trio cards.
Oh, that's
So I'm trying to figure out, like, I mean, she said there were 2 cards.
I think there are 2 cards in there, yeah.
And I copied the AVCHD file that is on both of them. It's one big video file that has, and then you open it, it has a little playlist thing. I didn't see any of the videos. I didn't see mine. So I don't know what this is.
I actually audio.
I did not.
Okay. I didn't need mine. And so I might have been, I mean, I looked at all the old.
No, I'm so out of mind. It's not inconceivable.
I really can't, I mean, I'm not.
Do you mind taking
But, yeah.
This is kind of like
Well, look,
mine, or-
Yeah, I don't know, I can't
I
remember
just feel like
if it's
defaulting it.
our camera or Ross's camera. Where you have to open, it doesn't look like a folder, you have to open like, this is like a QuickTime icon, and it's in the HD
Yeah,
center.
AVCHD.
Yeah, and you click on that, and it opens a whole bunch of videos
Right.
that you have to like open in QuickTime and save, as opposed to being like drag and drop and copy, where you would from a folder.
Like a cat?
Well, I dragged it when I stuck the little card in my computer. I dragged that one big AVCHD file.
Yeah.
60 gigabytes, yeah. It's huge. And I dragged each of those onto my computer, and I looked in all of the folders, and they were just still images or empty. So I assumed I'd gotten all the video on it. So that's what I told her, you can erase it. But then it turned out like the video I was looking for wasn't anything. It was CSV file. So maybe it is, but I just didn't see it. But when I opened the QuickTime, it opened the QuickTime. It brings up this little window.
Yeah, and you get all these
With, like,
little videos in there.
But there was 2.
Are there
Maybe
No,
there
it
was
only
one.
looks like 2. It looks like there's only 2, but if you scroll down, there's like 60 of them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Are there any answers at all? Are there any like answers? Like to look at and be like, oh, this is.
Oh, you were gonna know?
Yeah, program. And you got everything.
Oh, you scroll down. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like 10 million little videos.
Yeah.
So we do have.
Anything that's over a year?
You can see.
Like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, you want me to just put it all in the data things? Listen, I never saw that. I thought this was the other two. It's very good thing I didn't.
That was like the original design. Tearing it there. I didn't think that no one was there.
There you go. Nice to know. I was like, I raised, I don't mean your one, I said, but my own. All right, thank you.
So Chris, I'll move all that stuff on.
Yeah, whatever.
Tell me all about it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of stuff. Nicole, thank you for coming over. Oh, because I had to go across the bridge today. To take it out, now that I'm back home. I had to go meet with the council for across the bridge with all those room people over there talking about salary.
It's exhausting.
You know, it's
I've seen information that was like. Oh, yeah.
But I mean, you can take that, I mean, you can look at that.
Yeah, you can go totally in that. It's just American.
Yeah, it's either the best. That sounded like something different.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, see, that's the nice thing about that. You can have anything going here.
Well,
What if she was like,
Well, then I just have to like, I'm like 3 down.
No, I learned.
No, we don't. We're just having it now.
I mean,
It is. Next hour. That's messed up. You know, when we've done these things like, first thing when we play, I use time for market stuff. We set up this guys and then people just write these.
What have you done this?
I don't find that anymore.
Every single piece.
Just by seeing your
And that would be.
Yeah, we're figuring out everything.
Seriously, man.
They have no or that I got start serving drinks.
Yeah, it's maybe.
So much better.
I don't know what it's like.
You know.
You guys all set? Everything ready? Yeah. So you need to check out minutes, or are we kind of ready to go? Okay. Start.
They still have my top. No, they brought it to us. They're not gonna say. No, it's
Oh, yes.
What's his brother's name?
Wow.
He wasn't really. What if it was in a different? Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel there's a lot of patience.
How did you driving back?
You over there?
No, not the
So Mark and I are just do a brief concert.
What if you were like,
What if you were like?
yeah, I don't even need to.
So after we, after.
Yeah.
Well, you have.
So right now, when he sends a message.
In the middle page. Okay, they're gonna send levels, so go ahead.
They did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Are we cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So Anthony, are we all set? Can we get started?
Reply now?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna. Thumbs up or something? Yeah.
Anthony, we're set, right?
Yeah.
That'll be cool, if you don't mind.
Sure, you're all set.
I can show them.
Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna take my phone to talk. Few minutes. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm Mark Dresser, and this is a telematic class. It's called Experiments in Telematic Music. That this is probably the 6th time I've taught this course in 8 years. And this is the 2nd time that I've had the pleasure of teaching the course in telepresence with Michael Desson and his students in UC Irvine. And it's really a thrill to be able to work week to week and to have our students interact and collaborate. And also I want to thank the Department of Music of UCSD, who finally gave us a little piece of the rock here in Studio B. So we have like permanent telematic equipment that we can use. And at this point, and again, thank you for coming. The concert will have, I believe, 6 different pieces. You'll get announcements about them. Everyone will introduce their pieces. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Michael Desson, Lower Irvine.
Hey everyone. Thank you all for coming. I just want to say a quick word, and like Mark, I have to thank our department, and especially my colleague Christopher Doverian, for helping us deck out this room we're in, which is used for a lot of different things. But can you guys put the mic down? It's rolling. Thank you. This room is used for a lot of things, but it's not dedicated to this kind of work, but it's sort of set up well for it. So we're getting used to that. We're trying to figure out how it works. And I think this is going to be something that a lot of campuses are going to experiment with, is having spaces prepared for telepresent work, because it's a medium we're just going to see more and more, whether you like it or not. And for tonight's concert, I just wanted to introduce it by saying that before each piece, the composer, or one of the composers, some of them are collaborative pieces, will read the program notes to you. There will also be brief kind of breaks between each piece where we just need to kind of reset things because every piece has its own complex setup. The last thought I just want to leave you with, and I want to thank the students who've been incredible in this course. They've worked really, really hard. But part of the reason they've had really hard work to do, and the final thought I want to leave you with about this event is that this is an emerging new kind of medium. I mean, in a way, it's been around for a long time. Video conferencing has been around for many decades now. But to be able to work with sound in the way you're going to hear tonight, with full quality, uncompressed audio, has only been possible now for less than a decade, really, at the kind of speed we're getting here between our campuses. And the artistic potentials of this medium are really rich, but really not super, well trodden. I mean, this is an area where there's still a lot of room for experimentation. So the course that we just taught is called Experiments in Telematic Music. And we encourage the students to experiment and not just do stuff that they've seen us do or other people do, but to try out new things. So they took that to heart more than I expected. And each of them, each of the pieces you're gonna hear, there's 6 pieces, but each of them explores a really different idea or relationship to telematic space. We've got everything from mining data in the internet to pieces that sort of confuse you about who's doing what, to explore this sort of multiple site space, to pieces that deal with visuals and graphic scores and interactivity and generated scores, all kinds of things going on in this space. In other words, it's not just about people pulling out instruments and playing together, but they're trying to use all kinds of technology, processing technology, visual technology. And so it's a really complicated feat that they're trying to pull off here. And if something explodes, just cut us a little slack because this is sort of experimental music in the real sense of the term, meaning like we're trying out new things. So I really was impressed by all the work they put in, all the great ideas they've had, and I'm excited about what we're going to hear. I'm going to turn it over to Anthony Calkins, who created the first piece, for him to introduce that. Thank you for coming.
Hello, my name is Anthony. My piece is called Meyer Ear Ring, which is kind of a weird play on the word mirroring, and the idea comes from the telematic setup between the 2 campuses, where players at each campus all interact together as part of the same musical instrument. So there have been pieces written for piano 4 hands. I consider this to be a piece for network instrument 12 hands, because we have 3 players on this end, 1 on keyboard, 1 doing live audio processing, and 1 on live mixing over there, Jordan. And then there's a mirrored setup on the other side, 1 on keyboard, 1 doing live processing, and 1 doing live mixing. And so the effect might be completely different at either campus, but in essence, everybody is working together to play the same instrument within the network.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, Irvine. My name is Matt Klein, and I'm one of the performers on the next piece. The next piece is by the talented Elise Rossi, who's on piano for this piece. And I have a few notes from the composer that I'll read right now. The title of this work is Species of Spaces. This work is first and foremost an homage to the French writer Georges Perec. My attempt was to create a sort of guidebook for contemporary everyday life mediated by machines, to generate a framework for our immediate spaces, to investigate how they can interact with our current technological states, fears, and aspirations, to attempt a gentle exploration of our surroundings and its fleeting sonic objects, to transmit a placid reminder that we create our own worlds everywhere, all the time, in the smallest ways. To recall that we create our own personal sense of the world, no longer as a journey having constantly to be remade, not as a race without an end, a challenge having constantly to be met, not as the one pretext for a despairing acquisitiveness, nor as the illusion of a conquest, but as the rediscovery of meaning, the perceiving that the earth is a form of writing, the geography of which we had forgotten that we ourselves are the authors. Thank you very much.
Sorry, there it is.
Couple of
Wait,
words
wait,
about this piece. This piece is called Space and Speak. Can you all hear me on the other side? Thumbs up. Very spacey.
We can hear you, but there's too much noise coming. Kyle, can you turn it off? Hang on. Okay.
How about now?
Yeah.
All right, excellent.
Much better, thank you.
Very good. Okay, so again, this piece is called Spaces Speak. It's for internet stream and electronics. And one of the things I wanted to explore with this piece is continued ideas of what constitutes a place, right? You know, virtual space is so nebulous. I think we're all struggling to understand what it means, right? I think a lot of us are struggling to understand. Although I don't think little kids are. I think little kids are just totally fine with it. They're like, yeah, cool, I get it. But people of my generation are really trying to understand what it means. And I kind of zeroed in on a concept from Yi-Fu Chuan, who's a critical theorist who talks about place, and particularly in the 70s, he had some really seminal thoughts about it. And to put simply, he identified it as characteristics that are in a particular place and our relationship to those characteristics, right? So I asked myself, so what are the characteristics of virtual space, right? You know, it's zeros and ones. So how do we identify these types of characteristics, or what are they? So we investigated. We decided to investigate the internet stream and how fast or slow it moves, information moves around the internet stream. What type of information? What are the commands? What is this constituted of? So We kept it as simple as possible because we're dealing with a lot of different paradigms here. So after looking at the internet stream here in the Warren building, we noticed that there were particular commands, particular words that we used very frequently in the code. Okay, so this piece is made up of commonly used words in the code that is happening right now. So if y'all are on your computer right now, it would probably change things. It will change things. If anyone gets on their computer, if you get on your phone, it will change things in some form or another because of the commands that are being set. So we're taking that data. Each of us is taking that data stream, and we are directing that data stream to our own sounds. So we're kind of making our own instruments, if you will, out of that data stream. Also, we have a conduction going on here. Each musician is a square, and there will be a series of words that will appear in each square. Those words are the commonly found words in the data stream that here and at UCI. So what I did was I found out which words were most commonly used in each location on the stream. And so these are the words that you're going to see, and also the conduction, there are parameters of the conduction, both visually and time-based, that are determined by the speed or the activity on that data stream. So I don't know, it's a little bit of a mashup in some ways, but hopefully you followed me so far. So let's give it a shot and see what it sounds like. Which we never know what it's going to sound like because the stream changes all the time. So thank you.
We just need about 2 minutes to get this one ready, sorry. Oh, sorry, that's great. We just need a couple minutes to get this next piece ready.
Excuse us for a moment, we just have to do a quick sound check here. You guys getting one speaker down there?
Yes.
Great, thank you. Okay, flute on UCI. Awesome, that was great, thank you. Suzanne, please. Great, thank you. Kyle, bass, please. Great, you're getting one speaker, yes? Cool. Okay, one more quick check. If Kyle and engineer can just play for a moment, I will begin it so you guys can hear two speakers in each space. Please come here. You guys are good.
We really didn't hear Anthony.
You did not hear anything. Well, let's check that. Wanna play again?
Excuse me, Richard.
Yes, you will hear Richard.
Okay, very good.
Okay, before we start this piece, I'm going to read the program notes that they wrote because they're both busy staring at things that they have to stare at. So this is a piece composed by Jordan Watson and Anna Akune. And it also has, Jordan is on sound processing, Anna is on graphics, Richard Savory is on flute, Anthony Calkins here is on electric guitar, Kyle Model at UCSD is on electric bass, and Suzanne Thorpe at UCSD is on flute. This piece is called, Is This What You Want It to Sound Like? Question mark. So I'm just going to read you what they wrote about it. The idea behind this piece was to create a performance space that spans both sites, UCI and UCSD. Because this space cannot really be physically perceived by human beings at this point in our evolution, the work tries to convey this sense of disconnection and longing for structure and unification. At some points during the piece, one might see a player making a sound but not hear it. One might also hear a sound and not see who or what is making it. The way the speaker system is set up with two speakers in each space, the sound can travel from one speaker to any other speaker, allowing for the sound to traverse a large circle covering the physical and virtual spaces. The performers have very little control over what they are playing, as snippets of the sound that is being produced are randomly being recorded and played back in similar or differing iterations. This means that anything the improvisers play can be reworked and played back to influence how the improvisation might evolve. Acoustic instruments are juxtaposed with electric to accentuate the disconnection between what we associate with musical sound and what is being controlled by the processing. The visuals projected onto the wall at UCI and the screen at UCSD are a graphic score. There are no pitches or rhythms indicated, only patterns and colors that are being manipulated and mixed together to create a narrative. How the performers interpret the images is up to them. This is the only aspect of the piece
that is the same at both ends of our telematic space and is reflective of the struggle associated with trying to create any sense of unification in this medium. Our performers are faced with the challenge of spontaneous collective composition, coupled with sound processing they cannot control, and collaborators who are more than 80 miles away. We are trying to find meaning in unfamiliar territories, and just as we think what we see and hear makes sense, it can all change.
Want to check that? Okay, we ready? Does anybody love that? Yeah, it's on Saturday. Ready to do it? Yeah. Can we start? Okay, you ready, Richard?
Hello. This next piece is really something special. It's my favorite, actually. I haven't heard any other pieces though, so I can only assume. Listening is a fairly complicated activity for me. The good news is I will be composing the next piece in real time. It's going to be composed by myself, Anthony Colkins, and Michelle Chang, all in Irvine and Kyle Watt in San Diego. Each composer has a laptop through which they can control the same score. Performers are assigned a set color, purple, blue, or green, to follow, and then allowed to choose one of the two lines to play on. We'll be writing new music on the spot as equal collaborators. It may be hard to know who is composing each idea. That's good. The performers are free to interpret the ideas as desired, although I prefer if the ideas were recognizable. The performers in San Diego are Matt Klein on bass, Felipe Rossi on bass clarinet, and Kirsten Weiss on voice. In Irvine, Anna Otterman is on violin, John Watson on electric guitar, and Anson Brown on lute. I was created by Richard Savory. Thanks to Michael and Mark for having me here, and thanks to the performers and composers for working with me to make music. I hope, however I can, that you enjoy the piece.
Yeah, she was.
I can't find a network connection.
Okay, before we do this last piece, I just want to point out this is our final piece of the evening, and thank you all for your patience. So the last piece here is by Michelle Chang. It's a composition of hers for Anson Brown on the flute. Kirsten West on voice and San Diego, and Michelle is the composer. So I'm going to hand it over to Michelle to tell you a little bit about this.
Yeah, hi. About this piece, that was just present program. February 21st is International Mother Language Day. The world is diminished when it loses its human saying, just as when it loses its diversity of hands and feet. The composition is based on an article called The World Shakes, written by Adriano Italiano from his novel, Children of the Days, A Calendar of Human History. I'm a composer, and my family speaks Taiwanese. Taiwanese is a dialect transmitted orally from one generation to another. Taiwanese is now losing its connection between sounds and words with the violent torrent of human history.
本文的语言有些就是小时中的语言，有些无味，也是无味无声。以前语言无味也无声。
I'm already not a fluent, but yeah. So enjoy it. Oh, the title of this work is called Lost in I.
Today is February 21st. February 21st is International Mother Language Day.
Language? Today is February 21st. February 21st is the International Mother Language Day.
Every 2 weeks, a language dies.
Dies? Walking in the steps.
In 1974, Angela Lloyd died. She was one of the last only Indians from the Tierra del Fuego. She was the last one who spoke their language. Angela sang to herself.
In 1974,
For no one else in that language,
Angela Lloyd.
no longer recalled by anyone but her. Today is February 21st.
Today is International Mother Language Day.
Every 2 weeks, a language dies. The world is diminished when it loses its human saying. Just as when it loses its diversity of plants and beasts.
All right, thanks very much for coming and checking us out. If you want to stick around and talk to one another and ask questions or comments, we'd be more than happy to get your feedback. All right, thank you. Thanks very, very much.
Probably don't. Yes. It's either that or.
You already take that
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.